April?
And with the exception of the smoke in the air, we should see clear skies for tonight's Wolf Moon. We'll talk about that and all the details behind it coming up. It's 4:36. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side.
4:38, welcome back. Mother Nature can really provide an unusual and beautiful sight, especially in the cold.
Look at this, a soap bubble freezing in low temperatures.
Oh, that's cool.
The star you see is not some sort of filter or special effect. It's sugar in the soap mix that creates a crystal-like appearance as the bubble freezes. The woman who took this video took a cup of water, mixed in 2 tablespoons each of dish soap, corn syrup, and regular sugar. And she said the corn syrup helps keep that bubble from bursting, but still it expands and so pretty. It's like a snowflake.
Yeah, that is cool.
No two are the same. Just like April Madison. It's not cold enough for that here, though.
No, nowhere close to it. Not this far south in Arizona, but thank you for that. It is 4:39. Welcome to 2018. If you're still up, we are seeing chilly, not bad though. Conditions out there, 40s and the low 50s is what we're seeing to start 2018. We are going to finish it though extremely warm. Look how quickly we're going to jump between 8:30 and noon, just in that 4 o'clock time frame, from 46 all the way up to 70, and then 75 is the forecast high today, which is 11 degrees above average. Our average temp about 64 degrees. So what's happening is we have very weak high pressure. It's not so strong that we're not getting any moisture, but it's strong enough to bring us again a very warm start to 2018. You can see it there, and the ridge is to our southwest. So some of these clouds are going to kind of spill over the top of that ridge into southern Arizona, and that's what's going to bring us maybe a few clouds here and there over the next couple of days. But again, we are going to stay very, very warm. And for the most part, we should see clear skies tonight. If you can put on the mask and not worry too much about the smoke, you can get out and enjoy it. Also known as a super moon or the Wolf Moon. It's going to appear about 14% larger and 30% brighter than the average moon. It's also at its closest point to Earth right now, also known as the perigee. Another super moon will happen on January 31st. That one will be called the Blue Moon, and it includes a total lunar eclipse with that one that happens at the very end of the month. So we go to the 7-day forecast, and we're not only starting 2018 extremely warm, but we're going to finish it pretty warm too. We're not expecting much change until we get towards the end of the week, moving into the weekend. So here and there throughout the week, we'll see clouds, but we're not really going to see our weather pattern as far as temperatures changing. We are expecting mostly cloudy skies, but not much more than that on Wednesday. And then as we get to the weekend, hopefully we start seeing a little bit of a chance for rain. 10% chance late Saturday, 10% chance during Sunday. And if we do get that, it will take temps down at least a few degrees, but for the most part, we're going to hover in the low to mid 70s all week with overnight lows in the 40s. Big Al, how's it looking this morning?
April, not bad. We do have a couple of things going on this morning. One of them is a police activity over near the area of 36th Street and Keno Parkway, 36th and Keno. I got to show you. I know you're breathing it. April's hacking. We're all coughing over here on the east side because of this landfill fire over near Drexel and Houghton Road a couple, 3 days ago. But look at the dim light, the smoke even over far west is Interstate 10, even further west. We're in a bowl and we're surrounded, of course, by mountains, and this pollution is for real. It's big time stuff this morning, and we are all kind of suffering through it. Again, police activity 36th Street, just east of the Keno Parkway. Watch for east and westbound restrictions there. Also, Ajo Way, just west of the Tucson Estates. If you're east or westbound along Ajo, you have one very narrow channel lane to move through there. Still wide enough to get through. That's the latest from our First Warning Traffic Center.
Hey, Big Al, you know I love Disney, right?
Oh, I know it. And you're good at it.
Alexa loves Disney. Do we really want to know what makes the magic?
I think we do.
I think we do.
In this report, Frank Pallotta goes behind the curtain and shows us how that magic is created.
Ooh.
They say it's the most magical place on Earth, and no one will let you forget it. Magic. But Disney World's magic is really just stagecraft on a grand scale. Sets, costumes, lights, makeup, and animatronic robots, all singing in unison. But how does it work backstage? Disney won't let you see what's behind the curtain, but they let me.
Right now, you are at Creative Costuming.
So you make Mickey's tux.
We do
You're
make
Mickey's tailor.
tux. We are Mickey's tailor. We take care of Mickey, Minnie, and the whole gang. Mickey has his classic tuxedo. He also has a great jogging suit. Fitness, wellness is very important to us here.
There are 7,000 different costumes worn throughout Disney World.
Mickey alone has right at 450, and not to be outdone, the Missus is right behind him with right at 410 different costumes.
And each of them starts here, with research, blueprints, and miniature prototypes to bring iconic Disney characters off the screen and into reality.
We bring these characters to life. We bring them off of the storyboards, into the theme parks, into the photographs, into the memories of children and people around the world.
Disney World might look like it runs on magic, but it's actually a well-oiled machine, thanks to Central Shops.
We are responsible for maintaining the magic. We have machinists, we have welders, we have mechanics. If it needs to be done at Walt Disney World, we have the people here to do it.
Central Shops has been around since before the Magic Kingdom even opened.
We're a big part of actually building the Magic Kingdom. We maintain the ride vehicles, we do these major teardowns, whether it be paint or feathers on tiki birds.
About 20 million people visit Disney World every year. That means a lot of wear and tear on rides, some of which have been around since the park's opening.
John is literally hand painting these horses that are Prince Charming's regal carousel in the middle of Fantasyland.
You got it. Those horses are actually 100 years old, but I would say they probably look better than the day they were first manufactured.
All those guests need to be fed, and they can't survive on turkey legs and Dole Whips alone. Enter the Flavor Lab.
The challenge is to match wherever you are, that storyline.
Sometimes that story calls for more than just your standard theme park food. That can mean taking fictional foods from movies.
Try the gray stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes.
And cooking them up in reality. Often working with Disney Imagineers 3 years before a restaurant even opens.
Wouldn't it just be easier to just have, here's some hamburgers, here's some hot dogs? I mean, all theme parks have food.
Well, it would be easier. It's not what we do. We complete the story down to the smallest level. That's our difference.
But not all of Disney's secret places are workshops and kitchens. There's a living fairy tale inside of the park that only a handful of guests ever see, the Cinderella Castle Suite.
You're looking at 660 square feet of drop-dead gorgeous.
Who gets to stay here?
The people who stay in the Castle Suite are people who win contests or sweepstakes or promotions. It's always a gift.
How long do people get to stay here when they have a stay?
One night.
One night only. The Disney Imagineers didn't overlook a single detail. Mahogany finishes, a 300-year-old writing desk with internet, 14-karat gold tiles, and a whirlpool tub lit by a fiber optic night sky. And in the entrance, one really special touch of Disney magic.
In the foyer on the top shelf, we have the glass slipper. It is one of a kind in the world today. It is a lady's size 7. The attention to detail is unparalleled, which is all a part of the magic.
That looks awesome. And Sam, you said the slipper's your size.
Oh, it's about a half size. I'll shove my foot in
Just
there.
win the contest, go try it on.
All right.
From the Star Wars news desk comes a trio of stories from a galaxy far, far away, including news about the next Star Wars feature. Rick Damigella has the details in our Hollywood Minute.
The Force is strong with this one. Deadline reports Star Wars The Last Jedi has surpassed the $1 billion milestone at the global box office, one of only 4 movies to do so in 2017. Variety says the movie helped boost worldwide box office numbers by 3% to a record-setting $39.9 billion for the year. Even with its huge worldwide numbers, The Last Jedi has yet to open in one major movie market. Forbes magazine reports advanced ticket sales in China are now at 3 million Chinese yuan. The Last Jedi bows in China on January 5th. The next Star Wars movie has landed a series veteran. Variety reports composer John Williams has signed on to create theme music for Solo, a Star Wars story. The principal score for the film is being crafted by Oscar nominee John Powell, with Williams telling Variety that he is creating a theme for the title character. Solo, a Star Wars story starring Alden Ehrenreich as a young Han Solo, hits theaters May 25th. From a galaxy far, far away, I'm Rick Damigella.
Well, get ready, Bachelor Nation, season 22 premiere.
That's
tonight.
you, right?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I like the first episode where they all come out and
do something funky,
be dramatic.
Ari?
I think it's Ari.
Ari the Bachelor, he's opening up about looking for love, his painful breakup on The Bachelorette, and he says it's the show's most romantic season yet.
The new Bachelor isn't so new to Bachelor Nation.
Good Lord, he's hot.
The race car driver made his primetime debut falling for Emily Maynard on The Bachelorette.
I'm definitely in love with Emily.
Making it to the final two, vying for Emily's heart.
I think I realized that I love you.
Hoping to find a happily ever after.
I'm sorry.
Instead, left emotionally devastated when she turned him down right at the final moment, and confessing now in a new People TV interview.
The last time I was really in love like that was with Emily.
And revealing that it took much more time than anyone thought to get over the Bachelorette.
And when I met Emily, I knew that I had strong feelings for her, and then those grew, and that was really the first time where I knew that I was ready to get married. I wasn't really over it for a very long time.
Now he's here for the right reasons and ready to find love with a number of women vying for roses and his heart. Thousands signed up to meet him.
This could be the start of something amazing, and this could be our love story.
Bachelor Nation, I hope you're getting ready for one of the most romantic seasons in Bachelor history.
And his road to love already a little wild.
I'm in a sea of beautiful women and they could possibly get mad at me, but I don't care. It's far more important to me to go maybe step on someone's toes than to lose the opportunity and walk away and say, what if? Oh no.
Hey.
Sometimes.
What we do know?
I mean, there's going to be drama. You know, it's part of it. I'm really interested to see what happened on the other side of things, because there was some drama, and I think I probably only know half the story.
And yes, he does fall in love with not one, but two women.
I didn't know I was really capable of having strong feelings and being in love with more than one person, but that happened. And so the end was really difficult for me.
What do you think?
I don't know. I'm not sold on Ari just yet. We'll have to see. But at least he's here for the right reasons.
That's it. And it's the most romantic season yet.
Wow, how could you not?
How could that be? I've never heard it before. Arizona Cardinals coach Bruce Arians' decision on whether he will return will come quickly.
Coming up, we'll hear from the Cardinals coach following yesterday's emotional win at Seattle. It's 4:50. You're watching Good Morning Tucson on KGUN 9 on your side. 4:52, welcome back. A GMT health alert this morning. A pain-free flu shot that you can give yourself at home sounds pretty great, and it could be a reality sooner than you realize. It's one of the top medical innovations the Cleveland Clinic predicts is coming this year. It says vaccines you take through your mouth, nose, or a chip are all under development right now, and it expects the flu vaccine patch that looks like a Band-Aid will be on the market next year. The patch that you're looking at here has microscopic needles that dissolve. Researchers at Emory University and Georgia Institute of Technology released the results of a human trial on it earlier this year. They found it is just as effective as protecting against the flu as a flu shot. Plus, you guessed it, people liked the patch a lot more. The researchers think it could save money because you can give it to yourself instead of having to go to the doctor's office, and it doesn't have to be stored in a refrigerator.
Setting a franchise record on the way out, Bruce Arians was going for a Cardinals record 50th career win. This as he is expected to retire this week at Seattle. Let's go. Arians taking on Pete Carroll's Seahawks. No score, first quarter action. Drew Stanton had his moments, rolling right, buying time, directing traffic, pointing, finding Jaron Brown eventually here for the touchdown. You didn't think that was going to happen at the beginning of that play. Eight of those touchdowns were to Larry Fitzgerald. Completions, I should say. Fourth quarter now, Cardinals up 6. Russell Wilson to Doug Baldwin for Baldwin's second touchdown. And game is getting interesting. Seattle has a lead here. But Phil Dawson, by the way, I had to look up how old he is because he's been around for so long. Once we get there, you'll see him. Phil kicks, Cardinals go up, Seattle kicks, and they miss. Cardinals win 26-24 to finish the season 8-8. Arians is 4-1 in Seattle. Afterward, he was mum on his future, but all indications are he will step down in the next few days.
Couldn't be proud of our group. To take this group to 8-8 has probably been the best job our coaching staff has ever done. 25 guys were not in training camp. We're on our roster today.
It is Black Monday in the NFL. At this point, it's a season where people start losing their jobs. Colts Chuck Pagano, Raiders Jack Del Rio, both without jobs this morning. Both were let go by their teams following yesterday's games. And Alexa Liacco, I bet for people who aren't sports fans are like, what is Black Monday? And that's why they get the name, because so many coaches out.
Not the happiest new year for them.
No, it's not.
All right, thanks, Sam, so much.
Thanks.
This year, the 129th Rose Parade theme is making a difference. Every float is showcasing what is making a difference in their community. Leanne Suter reports from Pasadena.
Let the celebrations begin as thousands of fans claim their front row seats to watch the floats roll down Colorado Boulevard.
Never been, first time. It's been on my bucket list to see the Rose Bowl parade. We made it. Yay! We're so excited.
Whether they're Rose Parade rookies or camp out veterans.
Since my daughters were born and she's 21, my eldest is 22. So we've been coming ever since when they were born. Over 22 years now.
Just everyone getting together with the family from out of town, and then just having front row seats to the, Rose Parade.
Happy New Year! They're all here to ring in the new year. Some bringing a good book to keep entertained, others a big screen movie.
Long night, entertain ourselves, get a lot of food.
This year, the parade and New Year's Eve celebration comes with stepped up security, extra barricades along the route, and increased patrols. Those camping out say they are focused on having fun and keeping warm.
I do a lot of hiking, so I just brought a lot of hiking gear, dressed in layers.
A long night of keeping warm as they wait for the start of the 129th Rose Parade. Leanne Suter, ABC News, Pasadena, California.
Those kids were spray painters, silly stringing cars.
Come on, kids.
Happy New Year.
I know, man, that stinks. Well, this year's Winter Haven Festival of Lights shine bright in Tucson.
Coming up, the record amount of donations they received. It is 4:57. You're watching KGUN 9.
5:10, welcome back. Tucson's fire chief is now in retirement after 29 years in the department and 6 years as its chief.
As KGUN 9 on your sides, Craig Smith reports Chief Jim Critchley is proud of the department's history and his role in forming its future.
Chief Jim Critchley talked with us in the small museum at Tucson Fire Headquarters. He says he wants firefighters to always remember the 136 years of tradition and service the museum represents.
The fire department has been here since 1881, serving the citizens of Tucson, and I want everybody to remember that there's a long line behind us and a long line in front of us of people that will do this, that will take care of the community like we do.
He's proud of what he taught as training chief when he trained more than half the firefighters on the job now.
My legacy is those 300, 400 people that came on in training and learned that we can do all this stuff, but it's about the why. It's about the community that we take care of, and that's what I'll miss.
And he remembers what he learned in a long career of emergency calls.
You know, I still remember calls or patients that I've been with, or those will always stay with me. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not.
Chief Critchley says he wants to retire while he is still able to enjoy time with his family, but he's confident in the firefighters and department leaders he will never quite leave behind.
And it's the whole, what the community thinks of a firefighter. They're the only person that you will call a telephone number and get a complete stranger to come in and take care of your son, your daughter, your mom, your dad. And I want them to understand that's a lot of trust the community has in their fire service. And I think they understand that.
Craig Smith reporting. 2017 saw some crazy weather conditions in certain parts of the U.S. Last night in New York City, thousands upon thousands bundled up in 10-degree temperatures.
Ooh, cold just thinking about it. Coming up, what we can expect to see weather-wise in 2018. April?
Well, I can tell you it is going to be a very warm start to 2018, but will we get any rain in the forecast? We'll show you that coming up in a 7-day. Back to you.
And we've got a look at the New Year celebrations in Sydney, Australia. So beautiful. Just a little taste of what they're doing over there, bringing in the new year. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side. We'll be right back.
You're so good at that.
5:15, we have some breaking news this morning. Tucson police are investigating an early morning shooting on the south side. This is a live look now near 36th and Campbell in a home where one person was shot.